Hi, this is Kim, and we're going to create Space Invaders. Okay, so let's start Space Invaders, and we're going to use Yeoman to set up our web app. Take the defaults. We probably don't need to do this since we're just going to use straight JavaScript, HTML, and CSS without needing anything fancy. But I like having the live reload set up, so I guess we'll just use it that way. Okay, done. All right, so first thing we need to do is draw some pictures. So I'm going to open up Gimp. Okay, it's coming up. All right, and I'm going to create a new 11 by 8. Okay, and right now it's too small. So I'm pressing equal to zoom it up. And it's also zooming up the brush. And the brush is set at 20. The size is 20, so I'm going to bring that all the way down to 1. Okay, so now I could work at a pixel level. Okay, so I'm able to draw here like this. Okay, and if I try to erase, doing Shift-E and erase, I don't want it to erase like this. I actually want it to erase the whole pixel. So instead, you can check this hard edge. So when you do that, it just removes the pixel. All right, so let's finish this off. So let's see, I think this. Okay, and not sure if I have this all correct. Okay. Okay, so I think this way. All right, up. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so all right, so this looks good, and I need to finish this off here, and actually that's a little bit too far. All right, I'll fix it up with the eraser. Okay, and eraser, take this out, and I think this is good. So we have our alien here, but the background is white. So what I'm going to do is go to Layer, Transparency, Color to Alpha. It's set to white, so now the background is transparent. So we can just put this on any colored background and it'll show up. Okay, so this is good, and we're going to just export this. And for some reason, Gimp seems like it's broken, since if I try to type, it doesn't let me type anything here. So I'm just going to take this as the default, the untitled PNG, and look for my Space Invaders here, and just export it right there. Okay. All right, so now we're done with Gimp, and we can discard the changes. All right, so we have untitled, and let's copy this into alien.png. I'm copying it instead of renaming it, just in case I make a mistake. So let's take a look at what the alien looks like. So if I open this up, let's see it's very small, and I could zoom in, and you can see that the background looks transparent, so everything looks good, but it's too small. So let's fix that. So what we can do is use convert. So if we do convert, okay, let's do the untitled, and what we want to do is we want to negate, and that will turn everything into white. And scale, actually let's negate, scale 300%, and then colorize 0, 100, 0 in alien.png. And if this is successful, then oops, alien. Okay, open alien.png. Okay, unrecognized color, it's colorize. That's why. Colorize. So let's see. Okay, so not quite. All right, so I think I need to negate it back again, or I think I might be able to reverse it this way. So 0, 100 to see what this looks like. But the background color, we lost the. Okay, let's go back. So this should. I think this is red, green, and blue. So I want to pump up the green level, and then I need to negate. So let's see. Okay, so this is good. Actually, we can try to make this a little bit darker green. So let's just bring that down a little bit to 75. Okay, so that's a little bit darker green. And so this is how we can make images. And I'm not going to show you the rest of the how I'm going to do the rest of it, because it's basically the same process. I just need to make the pictures and run it through convert. And so I'm gonna skip ahead and come back when I finish having all the rest of the aliens. Okay, we're back. So now I created a directory called images, and has all these aliens. I have the A version and the B version, so this way you can see the see it animate. Actually, I misspelled canon. So let's see. So put an extra N in here, and do the same thing to B, and the same thing for regular canon. So let's take a look. Okay, so now canon. All right, so let's see what this looks like. So if I open all these things up, okay, so okay, good. All right, so this is what it looks like. And all right, so the next step is to create the index.html. So let's go down here and create the, actually it's under the app. I'm going to use Sublime. Okay. All right. So under Sublime, see tools. Okay. Sidebar. Command K. Oh, Command KB. Okay. All right. So let's see. I'm going to do a grunt serve. Okay, so we have our little page there, and let's get the Sublime text in there. All right, so let's open up the index.html, and okay, maybe this is a better way to do it. Actually, I think I'm gonna let's put this to the side over here and just shrink everything down 50%. Okay, and okay, put this right there. I think I need to shrink this down as well. And let's see. Oops. All right. So let's see, KB. All right. All right. So let's see. We have the Jumbotron. So we could have the game placed right in here and get rid of everything else. So let's see, all this stuff we don't need, and Jumbotron. This is where we're going to have this, and let's call this game. All right. So right now nothing, and let's open up CSS. Okay. All right. Let's go all the way to the bottom here and create game. All right. So actually, before we do, okay. So let's just do the game then. All right. So the background color, let's have it as black. Width is 100. Actually, I think I can make this font bigger. All right. Yeah. Actually, width is, let's say, 1,000 pixels, and height is 600 pixels. Margin auto. So this way everything is centered. Okay, save. All right. So we have that. Okay, interesting. I can probably get rid of the Jumbotron. Let's see. Actually, let's just get rid of everything inside of index.html. I thought I was going to keep it, but seems like it's getting in the way. So I'm just going to get rid of the container, Jumbotron, and just have game. Just get, actually, I might need all these other things here. Okay, so I'm just gonna right up to there. Okay. All right, so let's just see. All right, so let's make the whole background, see if there's body here, body. So let's have background color as black as well. Okay. And if we have, okay, if that's black, then we might as well have a little border. So border 1 pixel solid white. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. I guess this would be fine because this is half the size, so which means that when I play, my screen should end right here. Okay, so that's good. All right, so let's see what we can do here now. All right, so let's place actually scripts. It has main CSS, and at the bottom here there's main JS. So I also need to open up a main JS. Okay, there it is. All right, and what I'll do is actually in the index.html in the game. Here's the game. All right, so let's put a, actually we can do image source is equal to images Canon PNG. Okay, I just saved. There's a box over here, but I don't think that, let me see what it looks like. Yeah, it looks like a broken image. So let's see what's going on here. Images canon.png. So let's go back here. Okay, so images canon.png. So that should be right. Let's see why that's not showing up. So, okay, images, canon.png. Oh, that's the reason is because I need to do a slash here because the directory for this would be app. I think that's why. Okay, clicked on it and okay, let's do a view source. Okay, so let's go back to, where is it? Here's the game. Images canon. I click on it, cannot get images canon. Interesting. Canon.png. And it looks like it's the right, the path looks right. Oh, because I put images here instead of inside of the app directory. So let me just move that. Move images into the app directory. Okay, so let's just get rid of all this. Okay, now we have the picture. All right, great. Let's shrink it back down to 50% and bring it to the left. Okay, this way we can have the editor right here. Okay, so we have the canon, but we need to set this up so that in the CSS, see canon. Okay, so canon, let's have an ID for this so we can refer to this canon. Okay. All right. So for the canon, top, actually we need to say position is absolute, and position relative. Okay, well, yeah, okay, top is 600 pixels. Let's just say 600 pixels and see what happens. Okay, all right, so it is sort of correct, but let's place this up a little bit higher. So see, I believe the canon, well, let's just, actually we can just do it straight from here. So if I open up the inspector and actually just pop this out and put this right on the right side. Okay, so this guy here, canon, so game canon. All right, so we have the top position, and let's just see where it looks right. Okay, maybe a little bit higher, just a little bit. So yeah, 571. Okay, so 571, and all right, let's put it a little bit more towards the center. So left, actually, let's put it as 50 pixels and actually 500 pixels. Okay, and then we can adjust this. Actually, that's not bad. And then just, all right. Okay, 583, let's put it. I mean 483, so 483. All right, so now what we need to do is make it move. All right, so in the JavaScript section, we have the canon, so we can access it by the canon. And on, okay, so if you do key press, actually key press won't work because we want to use the cursor keys, and cursor keys doesn't seem to register with key press. So on key, let's see, what is it called? Key down. Okay. Okay, so we're going to run this function, the event. So E is the event. All right, so okay, so let's think about what it should do. All right, so first, let's do so a switch statement. So switch on E dot key code. Okay, so let's figure out what the key code is. Actually, let's just console log key code. So this way we can see it actually being pressed. And I'll just get rid of this for now. Get rid of the switch. Okay, so all we're going to do is just print this out. Why must missing use strict statement expected console to have an indentation of 5 instead of 3. Instead at 3 line 2. Okay. Oh, indentation. Oh. Okay, I'm just going to leave it. Okay, so let's just bring this up. Okay, that's an error with jQuery. So I'm pressing keys, and maybe it hasn't loaded, but nothing's happening. Okay, on key, let's try key press and see what happens. Okay, still nothing. Okay, so maybe let's just make sure that it's being called. So right above here, I'm going to just say console log I'm here. Okay. All right. So, oh, it says I'm here. Okay, so it looks like this is being set up. Okay, so let's just try something inside here. So let's get the cannon. Okay, so that worked. Oh, I see why. It's because the event, we want to capture the event no matter where we are, not necessarily if we just happen to be right inside of the cannon. So this really should happen not on the cannon, but on the body. So okay. All right, so I reloaded. Now let's go back. And okay, so if I press keys, oops. If I press keys, okay, now it shows up. So if I press left, nothing happens. Right, nothing happens. Okay, so that was key press. So now I'm going to change it to key down. Okay, so we should see how many spaces this is expecting. 1, 2, 3. Missing use strict statement. Interesting. Let's try use strict. Use strict. Okay, and we still have this warning here. Expected console to have an indentation at 5 instead at 3. Yeah, I still don't understand what that means. See, at 5 instead of 3. Okay. All right, so let's see. So okay, now I'm pressing left and right. So left happens to be 37, and right is 39, and spacebar is 32. Okay, so I'm gonna keep those. All right, so just gonna have a big case statement here. So switch on key code. Case 37, that's left. Actually, yeah, we'll just keep it like this. This is left. Okay. Okay, then what we want to happen is, let's just put console log left break. Case 39, that would be right. Okay, and console log right break. Right. Interesting. Expect a switch to have an indentation at 5 instead at 3. Let's see what this says. 9 instead at 7. I wonder if they want 4 of these. Let's see. Oops. Okay, expected case to have an indentation at 5 instead at 9. Now it's 10. Okay, so it wants to go the other way. So let's see what happens here. Okay, 5 instead at 1. That would be 2. Oh, so we want spaces at 5. Okay, so now it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now it wants it at 9. Okay, so I don't know, there seems to be something really screwy about that. All right, let's go back. All right, so we have left, right, case 32, that's space. Okay, and we want console log space so we can see what's going on here. Right. Let's bring this up. Okay. Left, right, space. Okay. So, okay. So let's make this actually move. All right. Let's see. Okay. So we don't need to print these out anymore. And what I want to do is I want to print out the, let's see, actually let's take a look at the Canon position, actually offset. Okay, top left. Okay, 700. So this offset is probably based off of its. This whole thing is about 1,000. So 700 seems like it should be here. So I think this is in reference to this point here. So we need to subtract off the position for the parent. So we also need to get the game. Okay, so top left. So we need to subtract 220. So okay, so let's get the Canon, and let's get the position as a function. So to do that left. Okay. And for now, let's just say this, see, that gives the offset, and I'm just going to set this. So I'm going to set the left property to be left. So basically, I don't want to change it, just should stay in the same spot. Okay, so actually, space, nothing should happen. All right, so let's just see if this works. So now I'm left, right, okay, left, right, okay. So now I'm going to add left plus 1. Actually, this is left, so subtract 1. And for this, we'll do plus 1. Okay, it reloaded. Let's go back here. Okay, it doesn't seem like it's moving. All right, so let's see what's going on here. Any errors? Uncaught syntax errors. Okay, so that was on line 8, so we need to fix that first. There's a syntax error here on line 8. Expected curly brace to match curly brace. Oh, that's why, because of the semicolon. Okay. All right, so let's see. Okay, so far so good. So we're able to move left and right. Just curious, if I put this as 0, then when I move, nothing should happen. So left, right. Okay, this is just calibrating. Okay, great. So now I'm going to plus D. This way I can just change it up here. D is 2, let's say. Okay. Now we're able to move. Let's see. Oh, I did plus over here. Should be minus. Okay. So I'm able to move a little. This moves a little bit faster. Okay. So far so good. If when we play the game, if you find this is too slow, we'll just increase the D to something a little bit bigger. Okay. So let's fire. Okay. So let's take a look at this. So I'm holding down the left button, and then I press space, and it stops, even though I'm still pressing the left button. So we need to fix that. Okay. So the way that we can fix this is by setting up a, see, okay, we don't need that anymore. We're going to set up a variable called keydowns and have it initially blank. And we're going to keep track of how many times we get it down, and the reverse, which is key up. Okay, so this time, instead of actually making it move here, we're going to make it move in someplace else. Okay, we're just going to keep track of, going to say key downs left, actually let's say left 0, right 0. Okay, actually probably better this way. All right, is equal to 1. Okay, is equal to 1. That means that it is down. And then we have another one on key up. Okay, so on key up, we're going to do the same thing. So switch on key code. Then, actually, since we don't need this, since the left and right over here kind of self-documents this. Okay. Actually, this might just make this read a little bit better. And for space, we're not gonna worry about this. Actually, space is equal to 1. Break. And then let's add a space here. Okay. Right. Left is equal to 0. And break. Case 39. Right is equal to 0. Break. Case 32. Space is equal to 0. Break. All right. And we need to close the switch statement. Actually, the switch statement already has closed. Let's just indent these then. Actually, all right. So save this. Okay, it reloaded. Now let's see what happens. So if I press the left arrow, oh yeah, that's because I didn't put any actions to it. So set timeout, and the function, actually, so let's call it run, and 100 milliseconds, and function run. All right, so what that will do is if key down's left, then actually this is where we need the D. Okay. Okay. If key down's left, then we want to subtract. Actually, then we need to also need to have left. Left is canon offset left minus game offset left. Okay. Right. So we want to get the canon and position it now. CSS, okay, the left. So we have the left value, which is different from this left. This is just a string. Left, and we'll just subtract. Actually, let's just keep it at 0, so nothing should happen. If we see it move, that means that there's something wrong with the calibration. Right. That's if it's left. Okay. Seems like I can probably just a lot easier if you just do it this way. Okay. Okay. If parentheses semicolon. Okay, that should match with that. Okay, so great. Let me just. All right. So we do the same thing here. Canon CSS, the left is left, and then we'll fix this up. All right. So after this is done, then it's going to reset the timeout. Okay, so it calls run on itself again. Okay, so let's just see this. Save. It's reloading. Okay, so left, right, no movement. That's good. Okay, so left, I'm going to subtract D, and for this one, I'm going to add D. Okay. Okay, seems like it's not working. Let's see if there's any errors. Uncaught syntax error on line 25. 25, function, run. All right. So there's a, it seems like there's an error here, but let me just see my run just in case there's something wrong about the function name. Okay, if, maybe it's a semicolons here, left goes all the way there. So that looks okay. All right, so let's just, I'm gonna save and go back here. Uncaught unexpected token function. Oh, function. Oh, because of the semicolon over here. That's why. All right, so let's reload. Unexpected token semicolon 23. I forgot to close this up, so parentheses. All right. Unexpected parentheses 30. Oh, I have the wrong parentheses over here. Okay. All right, great. No syntax errors. All right, so I'm able to go right, left. Okay, so we're off by 1. Actually, let's set this to 0 to see what's going on. So if I set it to 0, it shouldn't move. So I'm going to reload, and if I press left, it's moving to the right. Okay, so we need to go back here and subtract 1 from it. And let's just see this again. Now I press left, it's still moving across slowly. Okay, so I think I need to subtract 2. All right, so now I press left, it doesn't move, right, it doesn't move. Okay, great. So now I can just set the direction to be, let's say 3 for now. Let's just make things move a little bit faster. Okay, so I move left and I move right. Okay, just to see how this looks, I'm gonna zoom this back into full screen mode and go back here. Okay, so left, right. Left seems to be moving a little bit faster than the right. This just seems interesting. Okay. Interesting. So if I put this back at 0, let's just see what happens. Left, right. Yeah, okay, so I think that this should, let's put this back as 1. Okay, so left, right. Okay, it doesn't move. Okay, so now let's put it back to 3. Okay, reload. So left, right. Now they both seem to be going about the same speed. Right, so far so good. Let's move the timeout to be 50. Actually, let's put it to 30. So it's gonna spin through this pretty quickly. All right, so reload. Okay, now this is a lot smoother. Okay, so this is good for this part. Let's see how long, let's see. Right. Okay, so I think so far this is probably good for now. Next thing we need to do is make this fire. So I'll see you in the next episode of Space Invaders.